Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pashvika, the channel where we talk a lot about eco-friendly, nature lover, everything about zero waste and all that stuff. Well, in today's video, we're going to be talking about how technology can actually help us become more eco-friendly. Now, before I get into the video, I know that a lot of people would be thinking or asking me the question that, okay, eco technology does also consume a power, does also consume an energy, so how it can be eco-friendly? Yeah, I totally get it, but I'm gonna share some of the ways in which I practically use the technology and which can help you prevent using the natural resources that are actually contributing to pollution or destruction or something like that. We're gonna talk about that, so let's dive in. Before that, give this video a big thumbs up and consider subscribing if you want more such eco-friendly videos, and if you love nature, then this channel is exactly for you. Welcome. I appreciate new subscribers. Very well, check it out our website, thenaturelever.com. The link is in the description box below. You can very well grab the eco-friendly PDF planner that will going to help you keep track of your eco-friendly lifestyle, your zero waste lifestyle, sustainability lifestyle. It's based on experience and knowledge. It's a PDF download, a workbook. You can fill it out and you can maintain it. The link is in the description box below. Let's dive in. Okay, the first thing first, keep in mind there are so many ways in which you can use the technology, and obviously some of the methods of the technology consume a lot of the energy, a lot of the power consumption, electricity, so they may not be eco-friendly, but I'm gonna be covering some of the ways which I find practically more eco-friendly, and I think that anyone can do it. You don't need to spend money on that. Okay, so let's talk about that. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is about replacing your planners. Yes, we do have a journal, we do have a diary, we write it down on a piece of paper, or we have a notepad where we actually write it down, actually stick onto the fridge or somewhere else, like making a to-do list, a planner list, or a shopping list, or a grocery list, whatever it is, we do make them. So instead of actually writing onto a piece of paper, you can use the note section of your app. Now for this, it's completely free. You don't need to go for expensive softwares out there. You can simply use the note section of your phone and you can maintain that planner, that list on there. And also you can simply erase the stuffs once you have finished done with that. So you don't need to create a separate note section. You can keep on reusing that old one. Now, if you're going with the paper method, it's more convenient, and I totally get it. But once you've written down the stuff, you have to actually use the another paper to write another to-do list. And you very well know that paper, even though it's been a natural source extracted from the woods itself, but still it's not an eco-friendly substitute, because there are the trees that are gonna be cutting down to make these new paper. I want to talk about is using a digital art instead of the piece of paper. Now this one is something really subjective, depending on, do you love creating art on a piece of paper or on a canvas, or do you love the digital art? It's not something that everyone should be going for, or it may not be for everyone. Personally, I do make the traditional art and I do make the digital art, but when it comes to more complexity and using the different medias and trying to go more depth, I try to approach the more digital art, because firstly it's less consumption of the energy, and secondly I could use the different brushes in the softwares and I could create anything. And there are so many softwares out there who offer this facility to create a digital art. One of them is IBS PaintX. You don't need to pay for using their software. You don't need to go with the Procreate for that. But I totally get it, because this is something really subjective. You may not be liking the digital art concept. You are more into traditional art. I totally get it. But if someone is completely new to the art world and they want to create, they want to paint, then give a shot to the digital art. You're gonna enjoy it. Okay, I'm not saying that traditional it can replace the traditional art, but I'm saying that you will also gonna be enjoying the digital art, and you can create so much more with the digital art. The third thing, creator like me and you are creating the content, like you are actually making content on a piece of paper. For example, if you are a writer and you are writing the books, then I would probably recommend you to use the note section of your phone, or use the Microsoft Word or Google Docs, whatever it is. Use the digital format and type your all the content for your book in that, instead of writing it onto the piece of paper and then actually typing it down onto the phone or onto the laptop, whatever it is. This is also comes handy And since I'm actually working on the book right now, that's why I use this tip over here, because I'm working on the book and I'm using literally the Microsoft Word simple basic document in my phone to actually write down my book. Simple, very simple. And they have one function over there which actually speech to text, like you can actually talk and it will going to convert and type the text for you, which is making way more simple for me, because personally I enjoy talking more than typing. So that's why this new function is more easy for me. Step that you could follow is going paperless, paper free, or eco friendly, something like that. You can approach the more eco friendly stuffs, like instead of having the cash into your pocket, you can pay via the online systems, online media. There are so many apps you could use for sending the money to someone, or for paying for services, or buying the foods or groceries or shopping, whatever it is. You can use this digital format. You, instead of actually printing the things out, you could have a digital copy of those stuffs, and you can have them in the two device, like you can have them in your pen drive, in your laptop, in your tablet, or in your phone, and you can have a multiple copies of the same document. Instead of having them onto the piece of paper, you can have the digital copy. In fact, if you're actually flying and traveling, the flights also, you use the digital copy of your tickets, so you don't need to print out your ticket of your flight. Same case for the hotels if you're actually traveling. Now recently I've been traveling, so this is again based from experience, and I went to the airport and I have the digital copy. I don't need to print out my ticket, and that was so amazing. Same for the boarding pass. Hotel, I was using the digital format of the hotel booking, the reservation, and it worked out. I don't need to print it out. Like, I'm saving the money as well for printing it out, plus also paper as well, plus also ink as well, because once you print out these stuffs, it won't be usable. Once you actually finish up your trip, you won't be using those papers or that particular printed paper again. Okay, substitute which I am personally doing is opting out for audiobooks or ebook instead of the printed copies or print backs of the books. Now this one may be something more personal, because since I am more a person of more audio version and more talking person, so I really enjoy listening to the books rather than actually taking it on the piece of paper and reading them out. Get it? Some of the people would be more comfortable with the print backs and they love to actually collect the books, then that is something different. But if you are someone who just want to listen to a book or who want to read a book and you are comfortable with the audiobook or ebook, then preferably go with that, because you're going to be saving a lot of the paper and a lot of the printing inks, a lot of the delivery stuff, a lot of the energy, electricity and money from the print, not opting for the print back and going for ebook or audiobook, because that's gonna be a saving and consumption of a lot of energy, electricity, money, plus going more eco-friendly. Last one I want to cover, obviously there are so many ways in which you can use the technology to become more eco-friendly. Last one I want to cover is the invitation and card. Now, we do send the cards to our loved ones on the Christmas, New Year, Valentine, Father's Day, Mother's Day, or we do have the invitations for the weddings or the birthday parties or anniversaries or something or the other. Instead of actually going with the paper version of the card or the invitation, go with the digital one. Nowadays, digital e-card, e-invitation is getting very, very popular. You are saving a lot of the money as well, and also you're saving the paper. Now in these cards, obviously they're going to be using a fresh paper pulp, so they're going to be cutting down a lot of the trees to make an invitation for you. And if you're sending the invitation, you would be needing a lot of the invitation. It wouldn't be just one or two, right? And also you're going to be consuming the printing or print ink for actually printing that invitations. So instead of that, you could opt for e-card or e-invitation. Hopefully these methods will going to help you become more eco-friendly, using the technology, saving the money, saving the electricity, and becoming more eco-friendly. I'm gonna see you in the next video with a new amazing topic. Till then, take care.